man doesn't love you, he calls you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about something real. Let's talk about love, not the kind you see in movies, not the kind you hear in sweet nothings whispered in your ear. No, I'm talking about the love that is solid, steady, and unshakable. The kind of love that moves beyond words and lives in action. You see, words can be beautiful, but they're also easy. Anybody can string together a sentence that sounds good, something that feels right in the moment. I love you, I care about you, I'll always be here for you. Words can charm, but actions are the truth. They're the evidence of what a person truly feels. When a man loves, you'll see it in the way he treats you. He doesn't just say, I've got your back, he shows up when life gets tough. When the storms roll in and the skies get dark, he doesn't disappear. No, he's right there holding the umbrella, walking beside you, making sure you don't face the storm alone. A man's love is in the details. It's in the way he notices when you've had a long day and steps in to lighten the load. It's in the way he listens, not just to respond, but to understand. He doesn't just hear your words, he pays attention to your silence, those moments when your soul is speaking louder than your voice ever could. Love isn't about grand declarations or extravagant gestures. It's in the little things. A man who loves you will remember the things that matter to you. He'll remember how you take your coffee, what makes you laugh, and what keeps you up at night. His actions will speak to the fact that he's paying attention, that he values you, that he wants to be part of your life in every way. But here's the hard truth: if his actions don't match his words, then his words mean nothing. Love isn't a promise that's broken the moment it becomes inconvenient. Real love stays consistent, even when it's tested, even when it's hard. So don't get caught up in the sweet talk. Don't settle for someone who says all the right things but does none of them. Look at how he moves, how he shows up, how he loves in real time. Because love is not about what he says, it's about what he does when nobody's watching. Actions, that's where love lies. And when a man truly loves you, you won't just hear it, you'll feel it. You'll see it, you'll know it. Let me break something down for you. Genuine care, real love, it's not about convenience. It's not about showing up when it suits you and disappearing when it doesn't. Genuine care is steady, consistent, and reliable. Sporadic attention, that's not care, that's self-interest dressed up as affection. When someone truly cares, they're there. Not just in the good times, not just when everything's smooth and easy, but in the moments that challenge you. They don't pick and choose when to show up. They don't drop in and out of your life like a passing train. No, genuine care stays. It remains present no matter the season, no matter the circumstance. Sporadic attention can feel intoxicating though, can't it? It's like a spark that catches you off guard, lights you up for a moment, and then fades just as quickly. But you can't build a fire on sparks alone. You need something solid, something enduring. Genuine care is the wood that keeps the fire burning. Sporadic attention is just a flash gone before it ever really begins. When someone cares, you don't have to question where you stand with them. You don't have to decode their actions or wonder why they only seem to call or text when it's convenient for them. Genuine care brings clarity, not confusion. It's intentional. It's deliberate. It says, I'm here for you not just when it benefits me, but because I value you. But sporadic attention, that's about control, not care. It's a way to keep you on the hook without ever fully committing. It's the breadcrumb trail that leads nowhere. And the longer you follow it, the more you'll find yourself lost in doubt, in insecurity, in questions that should never have to be asked. Real care requires effort. It's not something you give when it's easy and withhold when it's hard. Genuine care doesn't disappear when life gets complicated or when the shine of the new wears off. It doesn't put you on pause while it explores other options. So, let me tell you this, don't settle for someone who gives you pieces of their time, pieces of their attention, pieces of their heart. You deserve more than that. You deserve someone who shows up fully, who's there not just in moments, but in the mundane, in the mess, in the reality of what it means to truly care. Sporadic attention might feel like something at first, but it's a mirage. Don't let it fool you. Look for consistency. Look for someone who doesn't just come and go, but stays, because when someone truly cares, you'll feel it not just sometimes, but always. Let me tell you something about love. Real love, the kind that stands the test of time, doesn't leave you guessing. It doesn't have you sitting up at night questioning where you stand, what you mean, or whether the feelings are mutual. Love is clarity. It's the light that shines in the dark, not the fog that keeps you lost. When someone loves you, you'll know it. Not because they tell you 100 times, but because they show you in the way they treat you, in the consistency of their actions, in the security they bring into your life. Love doesn't dance around the edges. It's not a puzzle you have to solve. It's right there in front of you, open, honest, and unmistakable. Confusion, though, that's not love. That's uncertainty, hesitation, or sometimes even manipulation. When someone keeps you guessing, when their words and actions don't align, when one day they're all in and the next day they're nowhere to be found, that's not love. That's a game. And love is never a game. Think about it. Love doesn't leave room for doubt. It's not a series of mixed signals or half-hearted gestures. It's straightforward. It says, I'm here. I'm with you. I choose you in that choice. It's consistent. It doesn't waver when things get tough or when life gets messy. Love sticks. Now, don't get me wrong, love isn't always perfect. It's not without its challenges or misunderstandings. But even in the hard moments, love brings clarity. It's the foundation that holds steady when everything else feels uncertain. It's the thing that lets you know, no matter what, you're not alone. But confusion is a sign that something's missing. When you're constantly trying to interpret someone's feelings, when you're left wondering why they don't call, don't show up, or don't seem to care in the way they say they do, that's not love. That's a signal to step back and reassess. Love is peace, not chaos. It's understanding, not guessing. It's security, not fear. And when you feel that clarity, when you know in your heart that someone is truly there for you, it changes everything. You move differently. You feel stronger, lighter, more confident. That's what love does. It lifts you up. So don't settle for confusion. Don't accept half measures or second guessing. Wait for the love that's clear. The kind that leaves no doubt in your mind or your heart. Because when it's real, when it's true, you'll feel it like the sun breaking through the clouds. You'll know it without a shadow of a doubt. Let me tell you something about love. Real, true love is not some fleeting feeling that comes and goes with the wind. It's not a temporary thing. It doesn't show up when it's convenient and disappear when things get tough. No, true love is an investment. It's time. It's energy. It's commitment. When you love someone, you're in it for the long haul. You're not just showing up for the good times, you're showing up when things are difficult, when the road is tough and when it's hard to see the way forward. True love doesn't run from problems. It faces them head on. It works through them. It fights for what matters. You can't fake commitment. Commitment means you're there when you don't feel like it. You're there when it's not easy, when the world is pulling you in 100 different directions. And let me tell you this, if you're only putting in effort when it's convenient, then it's not love. That's something else. That's a phase, a passing fancy, but it's not the real thing. True love shows up consistently. It invests its time. Because time is the most valuable thing we have. You can always make more money. You can always buy new things, but time, once it's gone, it's gone. So when you choose to spend your time with someone, you're telling them you matter. You're worth it. And it's not just about showing up, it's about showing up fully. Love is energy. It's not just being physically present, it's being emotionally present, mentally present. You've got to give your full self to it. You don't just give the scraps of your day, the leftovers after everything else is done. No, you give the best parts of yourself. You show up and you pour into it. You invest your energy into making the relationship stronger, deeper, better. But here's the truth, commitment isn't always easy. It's not always glamorous, it's not always fun. There are going to be times when you want to walk away. When things get tough, when life gets heavy, and when it feels like the world is crashing down, that's when true love is tested. Because commitment means you stay even when it's hard. You don't bail when the going gets rough. You dig in your heels, you get to work, and you fight for what you know is worth fighting for. So, don't fall for the illusion of love that's only surface level. Don't let someone tell you they love you and then show you nothing to back it up. True love is more than words, it's more than words, it's more than feelings. It's the time, the energy, and the commitment you put in every single day. It's the little things that add up. It's the work you do to keep the bond strong. If they're not willing to invest, then they're not in love. True love is all about giving, and when it's real, you'll see it in the effort, the time, and the commitment that's given day in and day out. That's how you know it's the real deal. Let me be clear about something. In relationships, words can be easy. Anyone can pick up the phone, dial a number, and say, I love you, but let me tell you, empty calls are just that empty. They're placeholders. They're not love. When someone loves you, you feel it. It's not in the quick check-in or the late-night text just to say, hey, no, real love is in the effort, the consistency, and the attention they give you, not just when they feel like it, but all the time. If all they're doing is calling you to check a box, that's not love. That's just filling space. Think about it. You can get a call at the most random time, or maybe it's a call just to say something casual, or even to fill the silence. You might feel like you're supposed to be grateful for it. And maybe at first you do. But after a while, you start to realize something that doesn't add up. There's no depth to it. It's a placeholder, a way to keep you in their orbit without really investing anything meaningful. True love doesn't just show up when it's convenient. True love shows up with purpose. It's intentional. It's consistent. You don't have to chase it down. You don't have to wonder where it went. It's not a call here and there when it fits in with someone's schedule. It's the one who's thinking about you when they're not talking to you. Not just when they need to check in on their terms. So don't mistake these empty calls for something real. When someone truly loves you, their words and their actions align. They don't leave you questioning whether or not they're truly there for you. An empty call is just that, an action without meaning. It's there to keep you in place, to make you feel like something's happening, when in reality it's going nowhere. Love is not a convenient stopgap for someone who doesn't want to lose you but isn't willing to invest. True love requires presence, effort, and emotional connection. It's not about keeping someone in your life through shallow gestures. It's about being there in the ways that count. It's about building something together, not just maintaining a phone line. So ask yourself, are the calls you're getting filled with meaning, or are they just keeping the door open? If it's the latter, don't settle for that. You deserve more than a placeholder. You deserve someone who will show up with heart, not just with a phone call to fill the space. Love doesn't need to be convenient, it needs to be real. And when it's real, you won't have to guess. You won't have to wonder whether their calls mean something. You'll know. Because their love will be in their actions, their time, and their commitment. Let me tell you something about real love. It's not just about talking. It's not about communicating for the sake of it, just filling the space with words. No, real love listens. It takes the time to understand, to hear what the other person is saying, and more importantly, to hear what they're not saying. We live in a world where everyone's got something to say, and we're all running at 100 miles an hour. So many people just talk, talk, talk. They think communication is about getting their point across, but that's not what makes love strong. Love isn't about speaking. It's about listening. It's about showing up with your heart wide open and truly understanding the person in front of you. When someone loves you, they take the time to listen to you, not just with their ears, but with their heart. They're not just waiting for their turn to speak. They're not rushing to get their own words out. They're listening to you. They're hearing your pain, your joy, your fears, your dreams. They're picking up on things that might not even be said aloud. That's real communication. That's what love does. Love doesn't just seek to be heard. It seeks to understand. It wants to get inside your mind, inside your soul. It asks questions not to make a point, but to truly know you. Because when someone loves you, they want to understand the complexities of who you are, the things that make you laugh, the things that make you cry, the things that keep you up at night. They're not just talking to fill space. They're connected. But in today's world, we often get caught up in this idea that we need to be the loudest, the most expressive, the one who talks the most. And we forget that real communication, real love, is about connection. It's about making someone feel heard. It's about putting your ego aside and just being present with them. Real love isn't about being right. It's about being with them in the moment, understanding where they're coming from, what they're feeling, and what they need. It's about knowing when to speak and when to be silent. It's about not rushing to fix things, but allowing space for the other person to feel heard. When love listens, it's not just about solving problems, it's about building trust, building understanding, and building a deeper connection. It's about knowing that sometimes the best thing you can do is just sit and listen without interrupting, without offering advice, just being there. If you want to know if someone truly loves you, pay attention to how they listen to you. Do they really hear you? Or are they just waiting for their turn to talk? Because love is about listening with intent, seeking to understand, and showing up for the person in ways words could never capture. Let me tell you something important. You can't build a real lasting connection on crumbs. Breadcrumbs are easy, small, scattered bits of attention or affection that keep you hooked without ever giving you what you truly need. A message here, a call there, a little flirtation sprinkled in when it's convenient, but let me be clear, breadcrumbs are not a substitute for a real connection. Now, I know some of you are familiar with this. You've been there, caught in the cycle of these small, inconsistent gestures that leave you feeling confused and wanting more. They give you just enough to keep you coming back, to make you think something real is happening. But deep down, you know it's not enough. It's not the full meal. It's not the sustenance you need to build something that lasts. A real connection is about consistency. It's about effort. It's about showing up not just when it's easy, but when it's hard. It's about being there when the world's falling apart, not just when everything is picture perfect. A real connection doesn't leave you guessing. It doesn't make you wonder if you matter, if you're important. A real connection is built on trust, on respect, on mutual investment. But these breadcrumbs, they're designed to keep you in place, to give you just enough to keep you from walking away, but never enough to make you feel truly seen, truly valued. It's like walking down a road with someone and they keep giving you little pieces of a map, just enough to keep you walking, but never enough to show you where the end is. You're stuck moving in circles, not getting anywhere. Let me ask you what happens when you start following breadcrumbs. You start questioning yourself. You start doubting your worth, your value. You start thinking, maybe I'm not worth a full meal. Maybe this is all I deserve. And that's when it hits you. The breadcrumbs were never meant to fill you. They were meant to keep you hungry. Now here's the truth. You deserve more than breadcrumbs. You deserve someone who's willing to give you the whole meal. Someone who's there, not just in the good moments, but in the tough times too. Someone who's consistent, who invests in you, who values you, who shows up every single day, not just when it's convenient or when it suits them. Don't settle for crumbs. Don't convince yourself that what you're getting is enough. Real connection isn't about holding on to fragments or empty gestures. It's about two people fully invested, fully committed to each other, building something real. Anything less than that is just a distraction, keeping you from the deep, meaningful connection you truly deserve. So don't fall for the breadcrumbs. Walk away because you're worth the full course. Let me make this clear, words are easy. Anyone can say I love you in the right moment, in the right moment, in the right setting. But it's not about the words, it's about what you do, it's about the actions that follow those words. Because if your actions don't align with your words, then those words don't mean a thing. Real love isn't just about saying the right things. It's not about being able to recite romantic lines or making promises you can't keep. No, real love is proven in the everyday actions. It's in the way you show up when things aren't easy. It's in the little things, the consistent effort, the care, the attention. Love isn't just lip service. Love is something you can see, feel, and experience through the things people do, not just what they say. When someone loves you, their actions match their words. If they say they're there for you, they show up. If they say they care, they make the effort. Love isn't just a collection of sweet nothings thrown your way when it's convenient. It's about showing up for the long haul, proving every day that what they say is real. And let me tell you, if someone's words are not backed up by their actions, you're dealing with a hollow promise. You're dealing with someone who is more interested in saying what you want to hear than actually being there for you. They might tell you they love you, but if they're not showing it in their behavior, then you've got to start questioning what's really going on. Love isn't about the grand gestures once in a while, it's about consistency. It's in the day-to-day. It's in the way they prioritize you, support you, and make you feel secure. It's in the way they act when no one's watching. If their actions don't align with the promises they've made, those promises lose their weight. When someone truly loves you, you don't have to second guess them. You don't have to wonder if they mean what they say. You can see it in their actions. They make you feel loved every day, not just on birthdays, not just on anniversaries. They show up when it's hard, when it's inconvenient, when it's messy. That's how you know it's real. So don't let yourself fall for the illusion of love built on words alone. Words can be beautiful, but they're not enough. The real measure of love is what happens after the words are said. Do they follow through? Do they show up for you consistently and with purpose? Actions must align with words. Only then will love be authentic. Don't settle for less than that. You deserve someone whose actions speak louder than their words, someone whose love is proven every day, not just promised. Let me tell you something that's going to hit home. Genuine love doesn't manipulate. It doesn't play games. It doesn't use mind tricks to keep someone around. Real love isn't about winning or getting the upper hand. It's not about controlling, making someone chase you, or pulling strings to get what you want. No, love is pure. It's honest. It's about two people meeting each other in the middle with respect, trust, and real, raw vulnerability. When love is real, it's simple. There's no need for manipulation, no need for mind games. And if you're in a relationship where you're constantly guessing someone's intentions, where you're being tested or pushed to prove your worth, then you're not dealing with love. You're dealing with something else. Let's break it down. A lot of people think that love is a game. Maybe it's that cat and mouse thing. Maybe it's about playing hard to get, holding back, or making the other person feel insecure so they'll chase you harder. But listen, that's not love. That's a manipulation, and if someone truly loves you, they're not going to mess with your head like that. They're not going to make you wonder if they care, if you matter, if you're enough. They're not going to make you feel like you have to jump through hoops to earn their affection. Real love is direct. It doesn't leave you questioning, what did they mean by that text, or why haven't they called? No, when someone loves you, they show it. They're consistent, they're honest, and they let you know exactly where you stand. There's no confusion, there's no guessing. Love is clear, it's open, and it's real. Now, manipulation, that's just a tactic. It's a way to control the situation and get what someone wants without being honest. It plays on your emotions, on your insecurities. It leads you to believe that you're the problem, that you have to prove yourself, that love is something you have to fight for. But listen closely, love should never make you feel like you have to fight for it. It should never make you feel small, unworthy, or like you're not enough. If someone's playing games with you, they're not loving you, they're using you. Genuine love is selfless. It's about caring for the other person, lifting them up, supporting them. It's about being real with them, no matter how hard it might be, and trusting that they'll understand. Don't fall for the manipulation. Don't let someone twist your emotions or play with your heart. You deserve someone who's straightforward, someone who's not afraid to show you they care. Someone who doesn't need to play games because their love for you is real and undeniable. Genuine love is simple. It's honest. It doesn't manipulate. And it sure as hell doesn't play games. Let me tell you something real, you deserve consistent and unwavering affection. I'm not talking about the kind of affection that shows up when it's convenient or when it's easy. I'm talking about the kind of affection that stays. The kind of affection that's there when the world's tough, when times are hard, when life's throwing curveballs your way. Real affection doesn't come and go. It doesn't fade when things get difficult. Real affection is constant, it's steady. And it's unwavering. If someone truly cares for you, they'll be there for you no matter what. It's not just about sending sweet messages when everything's perfect. It's about showing up when the world's chaotic. It's about making you feel valued when no one else is paying attention. Affection isn't just about words, it's about actions. It's about showing up and proving day in and day out that you matter. You deserve someone who's not just there when it's easy, but when it's hard. Someone who doesn't pull away when things get tough, but who digs in and stays committed. You deserve affection that doesn't come with conditions. Real affection isn't about holding back, playing games, or making you earn it. It's not about leaving you wondering where you stand or why things feel inconsistent. You don't need to wonder if you're good enough or if you matter. You deserve someone who's clear, who's real, and who's there for you. Not just in the good moments, but in all the moments. Affection shouldn't be a roller coaster. It shouldn't be something you have to chase after, something you only get in small doses. You deserve someone who gives you that love, that attention, that presence consistently, every day. Real love is steady. Real affection is constant. It's a foundation you can stand on, knowing that it's not going anywhere. Now, some people will try to tell you that you need to settle, that affection doesn't always look the way you want it to, that you should just be happy with the scraps they give you, but that's not right. You deserve more than scraps. You deserve someone who sees you, who understands you, and who loves you so deeply that their affection is unwavering. It's there for the long haul, no matter what happens, no matter how many challenges you face together. You don't deserve to question where you stand. You don't deserve the games, the inconsistency, the empty promises. You deserve affection that's steady and reliable. You deserve someone who's there for you, not just when it's easy, but it's easy, but every single day, no matter what. So don't settle for anything less. You're worthy of that unwavering affection. You're worthy of someone who shows up and loves you fully, without hesitation, without conditions. Because that's what you deserve. That's what love should be. And that's exactly what you should expect. Let me be real with you for a minute. If someone doesn't value your worth, walk away. Don't give them another second of your time. I don't care who they are. If they can't see the value you bring to their life, then they're not worth your energy. You see, we live in a world where people love to take. They'll take your kindness, your love, your time, and your loyalty without ever giving you the respect and appreciation you deserve. They'll come around when it's convenient, when they need something, but when it's time to show up for you, they disappear. If someone doesn't recognize your worth, it's time to walk away. The truth is, you're not here to convince anyone of your value. You don't have to beg for attention, for respect, or for love. That's not how it works. You know who you are. You know what you bring to the table. And anyone who can't see that, they don't deserve a seat at your table. I don't care if they're family, a friend, or someone you're in a relationship with. If they don't value you, they don't deserve you. Don't waste your life waiting around for someone to wake up and realize your worth. You're not a consolation prize. You're not an afterthought. You're a whole person with dreams, with ambition, with a heart that deserves to be seen. And if someone can't recognize that, then it's time to walk. There's no shame in walking away from people who don't value you. In fact, there's strength in it. It takes strength to walk away from the familiar, from the comfortable, from what feels like security. But trust me, what's on the other side is far better. You deserve people who see you for who you really are. People who lift you up, people who respect you. People who value your worth. Stop settling for scraps. Stop settling for people who only show up when it's convenient for them. Stop allowing anyone to treat you like you're disposable, like you're replaceable. You're not. And if they don't realize that, then it's time for them to lose you. Don't let anyone make you feel small or like you don't matter. Walk away from anyone who doesn't treat you the way you deserve to be treated. Life is too short to be stuck in situations where you're undervalued. You deserve respect. You deserve love. You deserve loyalty. And if someone can't give you that, then leave them behind. Walk away and make room for the people who honor you, appreciate you, and help you grow. You are worth so much more than they're willing to give. Don't forget that. And never settle for less. So here's the bottom line: don't ever forget your worth. You are deserving of love, respect, and genuine care. You don't need to fight for it. And you certainly shouldn't have to beg for it. If someone can't see your value, then it's time to walk away. Let them go. Life is too precious to waste on people who don't recognize the incredible person you are. Walk with your head high, knowing that you are deserving of the best. And the right people will come into your life when you make room for them. You don't need anyone who doesn't appreciate you. Always remember, your worth isn't up for negotiation.